How you guys doing?
Good.
That's good. So I like to read. A lot. I like to thumb through the pages and feel the curve of the spine and guess how many times the book I'm holding has been held, and moreover how many times it has been read. If it's new, I wonder if a human has really touched the cover or the words, or if it was solely packaged by robots. I like the smell when they're old and crisp and they've aged more than you, much like fine wine. I get drunk on books. I like to know things. Everything. I hear about something, I must know better than the person next to me. Unlike most boys my age, I do not feel the need to do this because everyone must know how smart I am. Although, I do want them to know. Rather, I need to know things because I must be prepared. What if someone, namely someone important, asks me if I know the entire foreword to Wuthering Heights? But of course I should. Bronte has been attributed as one of the greatest romance writers of our time. I worry people might believe me to be dumb, vapid, malleable. I worry my presence isn't big enough, everyone will stay away from me. I worry because every girl my age has worn the same floral dress every year on picture day. The ones that come from unsustainable brands produced in places where child labor laws have no place. They wear these dresses with frills on the corners and match their founding sneaker color to their eyes. Sometimes they dress in lines like a defensive line on a football team. Isn't it ironic that the most objectively effeminate girls are the most terrifying team I've ever seen? The other day, I went to a waxing salon and my beautician came and we had a concise conversation about the usual topics. What her job is like, how COVID has affected things, what she's doing for the holidays, what I'm doing for the holiday school, where I'm from, that sort of thing. She was sweet. But by the end, I realized I couldn't for the life of me remember her name. By the time I thought to ask, she had disappeared through the frosted glass. I paid and left. Only did I remember her name when I was leaving a tip, and it was only because the clerk told me her name. Rachel. Her name was Rachel. Why couldn't I remember the name Rachel? Wasn't it my feminine obligation to remember the kind and concise woman who helped me out? She's a worker, a person. Isn't it my job to know her name? I find I've slipped between the lines of madness and obsession, the invisible lines as they're the same thing. I've created a nook for myself and I sit here analyzing my day. I break it down, piece by piece. The girls with the floral dresses rarely address each other. They mostly speak in questions and sound a little unsure of every statement that comes out of their mouth. They never analyze the situation and judge whether or not someone knows more than them or if they should open their mouths at all. They speak to each other in a small circle of sameness. Rosy lip balm and messy buns are the only way to style hair and makeup, apparently, and some time ago individuality fell out of fashion. But the beauty in the girls with the floral dresses is they have no care of whether or not they are the girls with the floral dresses. God, Anna Wintour must be so disappointed in our generation. These girls don't read much. Our fingers have never crossed the same book. I'm not even sure they know there's such a thing as the Dewey Decimal System. I do fear I worry too much about my intellect. Maybe I'm becoming a bit of a bore because of it. I just need to know. According to society, a girl isn't just a girl, but she is or will be a sister, a wife, a mother, an aunt, a worker, a planner, and an object. Now, might I say that sounds like an awful lot for a generation of girls who have been taught to believe their hair matters more than the Women's March on Beverly Boulevard. It is innate in me to believe the world is going to burn. That theory really has only been backed by the majority of science fiction novels. So let's burn it. Burn the place to its core. More worried about understanding political theory than I am about the mascara that will most certainly end up running down my cheeks. I wish to be the girls with the dresses and have no name and only ask questions so I'm never wrong. But I was born to be a girl who often is wrong, but screams her answers and yells at those who tell her to be quiet. Now, both of these types fall outside the expectations of a woman, So how is society to function when half our population isn't what it's meant to be? I mean, I don't want to deck the girls in floral dresses or claim I'm better because I read. I just want to know how these girls are content morphing themselves into these perfect pocketbooks for their football boyfriends to carry. Ironic considering these boyfriends consider pocketbooks feminine when changing yourself seems to be considered brave now. I realized I had an issue with food when my ex-boyfriend was upset because I refused to eat in front of him. What the hell does that say? It wasn't even that I'd worried I'd eat too much. It was that I didn't want him to see my teeth and my gums. I didn't want him to see the double chin I get when I smile. I didn't want him to see me as a human. I wanted him to see me as a Kindle, perfect and compact. A girl is a girl is a girl is a girl. We all fall under the same jurisdiction of concern. Thank you.